Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Nick Talk. I am your host, Nikki James, and today I have a co-host with me, and she was actually a co-host with me quite frequently when I was on FM radio in England, and we just had a ton of laughs, so I wanted her to come on, and we're going to do a little Christmas edition. So, Miss Claire, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. So, are you ready for Christmas?
I'm never ready for Christmas. Never ready for Christmas. Very last minute, all the time.
Yeah, it's hard too this year because we're dealing with COVID and.
Oh, I know.
Are your shops open over there in England?
Well, it's a bit of a touchy subject in all different places over here. So some are going into tier 3. For instance, my sister's town has gone into tier 3, so we can't visit her at all now. But over here where we are, we're in tier 2, so the shops are still open. But that's about it.
Yeah, so they're still open. Yeah, they're shut here,
Yeah.
but you can get like delivery. You can't go into the building, but you can park in the parking lot, pre-order, and they walk it out to you, kind of like food.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same actually over here, like that. Pubs are open, but you can only eat if you're going to have a drink, you have to eat with it. You're not allowed to go in
I've heard about this.
and drink on its own. Yes, so perhaps they don't trust us to be able to drink.
I heard, I heard it's called substantial. You have a substantial meal. You can't just go in and drink.
Yeah. What if you don't eat though? That's the thing.
I know. Bigger.
I know. Yeah, I don't need any help with that.
Oh, you don't have a problem. But I couldn't imagine if they did that here in America with all of the salt and the sugar that we put in food. At least you guys have healthy food over there. For the most part.
Do you know what? It's a lot of it, because I don't actually think we have that much healthy food over here. Really. That's another big passion of mine. Actually, is healthy food. Over here, because the access to healthy food is quite difficult over here, and it's quite expensive. And so there's a big thing at the moment, especially going on where the schools haven't been in. They're saying whether kids are getting healthy meals and things like this. It's like, well, people are realising that maybe some people don't actually know how to cook properly.
Right.
And also, it's not fair. The kids are so used to eating such rubbish a lot of the time. It's like now they're realising, oh no, we're going to have to be eating properly.
Yeah.
So it's a bit going backwards and forwards with that. But that's another subject. Yeah, I'll shut up about that now.
Do you guys have, I know here when we go through education, like the primary school, I think is what you guys call it there. We have a cooking class that you have to, well, I mean, it's an elective. You can choose to or not, but it's called home ec. Do you guys have anything like that?
Do you know what? We used to do that all the time over here. It used to be really, really good. There is, I know, in secondary schools, they do cooking, but it is not as in depth, I think, as it should be. That they are trying to make it more healthier, but a lot of it came about when with schools over here, we used to, when I was little, when I was at school, every school had a huge canteen and a huge kitchen, and they used to make all the food on site and different things like this, but schools got rid of them.
Really?
So what they did, they got outside caterers in, and they found that the actual nutrition of it wasn't as good.
Oh wow.
So it's had a bit of a detrimental effect on things like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, but they do home economics.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know whether that's what they call it over here still or not. I don't know. It changes every year.
Bigger. Well, let's get to Christmas because it's so relevant, and I've got a couple cool gifts I wanted to tell you about. Some people have like a great car and there's never anything wrong with it, and if there is, there's a warranty and they can take it into the car shop. But I found this little Christmas gift. It's called Fixed, and you plug it into your car. It tells you what's wrong with it so that you don't have to go to a mechanic.
Okay, that's good.
How cool is that?
That's really good. So does that work on, because everything, there's electric cars, everything now, isn't there?
Yeah, I think it
So
works. Yeah, it
does
works
that
on
work
everything.
on both?
Mm-hmm.
That's really good.
Probably especially the electric cars because it's an electric thing, you know?
Yeah, that's really clever. See, I love Teslas.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you want to buy me a Tesla for Christmas,
I
that's
gotcha.
fine. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. I'll take a Tesla with my fixed car problem solver. That's funny. Okay, so there's another one that I found too. This is really cool. You know how on your computer you take a lot of pictures and it takes up all your memory,
Yep.
and then sometimes it'll save it in two different spots, and there's so many, and then it takes forever to delete, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's this thing called a photo stick. You just put it into your USB port. All you have to do is press go. It deletes all of your old photos, but it pulls them into just this little stick thing and deletes them in all the places that there's doubles.
Okay.
Isn't that cool?
That's good. But it keeps the photos though.
Yep, but it keeps the photos in there. Mm-hmm. So you just plug it in
You'll
every
be
once
able
in a while.
that sounds really good. You'll be able to tell by my language that I'm not the most tech savvy person when it comes to it as well. But
Yeah.
if you give me this list of things like this,
Yeah.
I can now go off and buy this for my son for Christmas.
Exactly. I know. See, this is what I thought would be really helpful for people. Like these are the coolest gifts that I've seen, like, recently. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
That's definitely one. Definitely
Yeah,
one on
yeah.
the list, the USB. That I do like the sound of that one.
especially like you were saying, if you have kids too, and either they have computers or you have a computer, like sometimes you don't want your kids going through your pictures or,
Right, yeah.
and if they need to get on your computer, they have access to all of that. So it's really good for safety too, for hackers. So hackers like don't get into your phone or your
That's
computer.
a really good idea. I like that.
Yeah.
That would, I tell you, at the moment, with the situation with obviously with things going on in the world and everything, and education, that's a really handy thing to have
Yeah.
because everyone's virtual learning from home, aren't they?
Yeah, that's a good point
So,
too. Yeah. And it's so small, it's so easy. I think it was only like $40 American dollars. So it'd be probably 30 pounds. So yeah.
Yeah, I'll have a little converter in the other room. I think,
There you go.
my other child is the other little converter,
I
which will
know.
tell me.
Exactly.
So yeah,
Okay, so then there's one that I thought about because in England, I don't know how many people know this, but there's not a whole lot of homes that have central air conditioning.
oh no.
And
yeah.
when I was there last year, I think you guys had the hottest day on record ever. And
Yes.
I'm over there as an American going, oh, God. Like, so, it was miserable. So I came across this thing, and this is a great gift. It just plugs in. It can be battery, and it can be plugged in, but it's a portable air conditioner. And it's about the size of your phone, but it's in a block. So if you're
Okay.
at your desk, you just sit it there, and it's quiet and small, and it's an air conditioner.
That sounds good.
Like, it's the coolest
I'm
thing.
just writing that one down as
I know,
well.
that is so, like, it's just this
Yeah.
tiny little, instead of, a fan, because a fan doesn't really, it just blows air around, but this is an air conditioner.
That's really good.
Yeah.
So I've got a question for you then.
Yep.
So how good would that be for the environment?
Well, I don't know, but maybe it'll slow global warming.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
That does sound. I mean, I remember when you was over here. Actually, I can't believe that's over a year now.
I know.
When you was over here, we was doing the regatta.
Mm-hmm.
It was so warm then. It was so
Sweltering.
hot then. We had a few hot days earlier this year during lockdown as well. Really,
Yeah.
really warm.
Yeah.
But not as I'd say not as bad as last year.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't mind the warm weather, I must admit, but heat tends to get to me. I'm
Yeah.
more of a snow person.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, because it's easy. I think it's easier to get, if you're in layers, you can cool down. Or, sorry, if you're cold, you can get warmer by putting layers on. But if you're hot,
Exactly.
it's kind of like
Yeah.
you're stuck there.
And if it's cold, you don't have to worry about what you're wearing because you can just layer everything on
That's
top of
true.
it and see,
Yeah.
So always go for the easy option.
That's right. Work easier. Wait, what's that saying? Work smarter, not harder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's this other thing. It's called a siren guard. So you know how women carry around like mace for protection?
Okay, yeah.
Well, instead of this like affecting everyone around you, because I don't know if you've ever used mace or just sprayed it. Um,
No,
it gets
no, but I don't think we're allowed it over here.
okay. Well, over here, it gets in the air and it can affect people within like a close proximity of where you've released the pepper spray. So
Okay.
this one, it's good for the atmosphere, and it is a siren instead of a spray of pepper, whatever
Right,
this
okay.
concoction is that's in it. But it's really, really, really loud. It's almost like it would wake someone. And it's just in a little handheld thing that you can attach to your car keys.
That does sound good.
Yeah.
That sounds really good, actually.
Yeah.
That would be a good device to get out to quite a few companies over here, actually. So,
Yeah, especially down
um,
in London, just people walking
yeah,
around. Yeah.
yeah, that does sound good.
Okay, then I found a something that's called a Barks Buddy, and I know a lot of people have pets, especially over here in LA where I'm at. Everyone's out walking their dogs, and I have a little dog, and every time a dog goes by the fence, she barks or tries to get through the fence, and she thinks she's a big dog, but she's not. But anyway,
What's she called?
her name's Chloe.
Chloe. Yeah, I've seen the pictures of her. She looks like a little cloud.
She's a little she's a teacup Maltese, and get this,
Oh,
Claire, she was born on Christmas Day.
no,
Yep,
really?
yep. So I call her Christmas puppy.
Oh,
But there's this little tiny collar that you can put on the dog, and have you ever heard of those shock collars that like shock
yeah,
your dog?
yeah.
I'm not really like for that. So
No, I don't like them.
yeah, it's like you don't hurt your dog. We don't put shock
No,
collars on our
no, they should
kids.
be banned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although shock collars on the kids probably would have been an easier way to train them. But anyway, I digress. Kidding, everyone, just kidding. But
Yeah.
but it's called Barks Buddy. It's a collar, and instead of it, kind of like that siren I was just talking to you about, like that guard siren for people.
Yeah.
It's a high frequency silent noise, like one of those dog whistles. So
Oh, okay.
it doesn't
Yeah.
hurt them. It's just an uncomfortable sound that they can hear. So you have a remote. They wear the collar, and when they do something that you don't want, like barking obsessively or really loudly or peeing, or if you catch them in the act, you
Yeah.
just hit the button and it releases the sound, and it fixes their behavior.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Oh,
for any dog
yeah,
lovers,
see. So that doesn't hurt the dog, though?
nope.
No?
Oops, I just muted myself.
Oh,
No, it doesn't hurt the dog. They can just hear it and it's uncomfortable. And so they know
right.
you start, it's like with anything, like the reward system when,
Yeah.
here's a treat for sitting, here's a treat for laying. This one's kind of like if you don't like that noise, don't do that. So
Yeah.
a
Do you know what? You
deterrent.
could cross over that idea, really, when you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
So the one you was talking about previously about the like the siren alarm
Uh-huh.
for people who are walking around in the evening or on their own, like
Mm-hmm.
a security alarm, basically.
Yeah.
Um, that's almost like the dog one, isn't
Mm-hmm.
it? Really?
Yeah. Yeah. It's really
So,
close.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you heard of this? This is really cool. It's called Find It, and there's also a similar one called Tile. It's like a GPS tracker for your keys in your wallet.
Yes, I have. Yeah, it's really good.
That is so cool. I got one
Yeah.
for like everyone in my family last year because everyone loses their keys and then they start panicking and they can't find it. And this is such an easy way. You just get on your phone, open up the app, and it tells you where your keys are.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, and you don't
Actually.
have to worry about like if your phone go like it's not battery powdered or powdered. It's not battery powered, so it's not going to go dead. It always just finds that chip.
That's really good.
Yeah,
I tell you, I could do with one of them actually.
yeah.
I could do with one of them definitely. Do you know what? That reminds me of something actually. I don't
Mhm.
know if you've heard of it or whether you have it over there. Something called 3 words.
Hmm.
And it's what it is. It's almost like a GPS tracking system thing.
Mm-hmm.
But say like for walkers that are out, maybe out in the Highlands, or if coast guards and that, if someone's out on the sea and or
Mm-hmm.
they get lost, anything like that, you've got this app downloaded onto your phone, and what you do is you find that, like, it's almost like a grid system. It gives you these 3 words. you can then contact the Coast Guard or whichever service you need, say those 3 words, and they can pinpoint you exactly where you are.
Wow.
It's really quite interesting. So when we go out and do boating, we tend to, if we've got that downloaded, that's really helpful, because if we get in trouble, we can just sort of, like, we contact someone, say these 3 words, and then they can find us straight away.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
and that is actually connected to anywhere, as far as I know, anywhere in the world. But I might be getting ahead of myself there. But I'm not sure. It's really good, and that reminds me very much of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I love things like this, and we're reading off some of these Christmas gifts and these ideas that are really cool, but everybody still's gonna need a pair of socks.
Yeah. I must admit, I am a bit of a gadget person when it comes to it, but long as they're quite simple to use.
Right.
So
yeah, because some of these are so simple. They you get them once and they break within the first 10 minutes, or they're poorly made. So the ones that I'm doing, I think, I've done a little bit of review on them. Do you have an ice maker in your refrigerator?
No. Do you know what? We really don't have any need for it over here.
Really?
It's not that warm.
That's true. Well, yeah, so you don't need to cool your drinks off or anything. You just put your stuff in the fridge.
Yeah, just stick it in the fridge. Yeah.
Well, there is an ice maker over here, and it's really cool. It can make different shapes of ice cubes. It's fun for kids.
But that does sound very cool.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah,
it sounds really fun. There's all kind of cool gadgets too. There's a block. I actually don't know what it's called. I passed it without writing it down. It's a block, and it is a portable. It's like a laser beam keyboard. So it beams the keyboard onto a flat surface, and it's not really there. It's just laser lights, and as you touch the table that it's a letter, that little box picks it up and can register what you're typing, even though it's a laser.
That's excellent.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really futuristic.
That is really good. See, what I want in my house, I want one of those screens, where you just walk up to the screen, or it's in midair, and you just swipe across.
That's right.
Or you can type things on it. That's what I want. So I very much doubt I'm ever going to get that, but that's what I want.
You need a hologram computer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, you could have your own hologram, couldn't you? That'd be good.
Yeah, that's awesome. I always wondered when we were going to be able to do that. I'm a Star Trek lover, so.
Do you know it's got to come soon? I would have thought. There's so much technology out there now that I would have thought it's going to come soon. Yeah. So yeah.
So over here we have something when we cook. It's called a crock pot. I think it's over there too, right? Crock pot?
It is over here, actually. Yes, I do know that one.
Well, there is a little mini one. So if you work in an office, which a lot of us are not doing right now, but maybe your home office, if you don't want to go out into your kitchen, or maybe you are working, maybe but it's as small as a cup. And it just has a little plate warmer that sits next to your desk, and it's a crock pot that cooks right there on your desk. It's a travel crock pot.
Oh, that's quite handy.
Yeah, it's really handy.
It is handy, but to me that sounds quite lazy though as well.
I know, it's just go microwave it.
Yes, exactly.
But I guess for people that don't like microwaves, some people swear that we're all being poisoned by the microwave. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but that sounds good though. I mean, I like miniature things.
Yeah.
So anything miniature, and if it's very small, then I'll buy it just because it's small.
Exactly. Okay, so same thing then, Claire. You would like the portable coffee mug holder or coffee mug warmer. It warms your coffee.
Yes. Oh, that sounds good.
Right there
how
by your
small
desk.
is it though?
It's the size of your palm.
Oh, okay.
It's a plate. It's like a little baby plate. It's almost like a coaster, that you would put your drink on, and then it just warms it. So you put anything that you had that's warm on it.
Oh, actually, that's a good idea. As long as it doesn't get too hot, I'd actually, because my hands are always freezing cold.
Oh.
I put a pair of gloves on. I could put my hands on it, keep it warm. But maybe as long as it doesn't get too hot, though.
Right. All right, going back to the microwave. So have you ever heard of this thing called Angry Mama?
No, I don't know. No, I don't think so.
Okay, because it is this little plastic woman, and she has red hair and an angry face. I don't know why they had to make her be a redhead, but anyway, you fill it up with water and vinegar and put it in the microwave and turn on the microwave, and it steams all of the stuff, like all of the crackly things that you haven't gotten. Like maybe explosions of soup or something. It steams your microwave.
Oh, right. Okay.
And it comes right off, just like water.
So why is it called Angry Mama though?
Probably just for sales. It does. It's hilarious because you put her in there, and she has holes on the top of her head. So as she's steaming, she's got this angry face, and then her head is steaming. It is quite funny. It is very funny.
That sounds excellent.
It's hilarious. You have to Google this thing. And
that sounds so good.
It'd be a great gift for your mom, or for any parent.
My sister would love that.
Oh gosh, and it's handy. It cleans your microwave.
Well, yeah. That's good. Yeah, it's sort of a double. So I can't look things up and talk at the same time.
Oh,
I'm not
no.
very so I'm not going to do that.
Well, just write that down and look it up later. You'll love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do like the sound of that.
Oh, so funny. So funny. One thing I thought was hilarious. It's not even funny. I just found it funny. It's called a neck hammock, and it goes around your doorknob. So it's like this big, long, it looks like a skinny hammock, and you put one end around the doorknob and the other end around the doorknob. And then you put your head in it, your neck, not face down, obviously. But you lay on your back, and it stretches your neck. Like you can just lay there for hours, like a chiropractor.
Now I can see a whole multitude of problems coming up with that.
I know. It's going to become some kind of swing, and yep. Kids are going to play with it.
Yeah. I'm not convinced with that, I'm afraid.
Oh, it was hilarious. I saw her just hanging from the doorknob, and I'm like, like, I don't know. I wouldn't trust that. Nope.
What if you live in a very small house with very small doors as well?
I know. What if the doorknobs aren't round and they're one of those like
exactly
sideways one? Boom.
Yeah.
Head injury. Oh, so.
Oh, don't! I've got visions now.
I know.
I have visions of that.
I know. I love it. Okay, so also I'm everything travel because I, as you know, I used to travel a lot, back and forth doing media and everything. And then we travel all the time, don't we, Claire? Like with kids, like you're going to their events, whatever it is you travel. So there's something called a travel smoothie, and it's a travel smoothie maker, and you can just plug it in anywhere, and it makes you a smoothie. So instead of like having a bunch of stuff for lunch in a lunchbox when you go to work, you can just take your little smoothie maker with like the stuff. You can even have it already in it, but you push a button, it like grinds it up for you right there. And you can also charge your phone on it.
Okay, that sounds quite handy actually.
It's just, super cool.
That does sound like going to the gym.
Yeah. Or like if you want a margarita on the go. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yes. That would probably be more my option.
Yeah. So there's also, so in the shower, I often want to listen to music, but I can't because the music's too far away. Right.
Or you get electrocuted.
Yeah, or you get electrocuted, exactly. That's right. So I saw this waterproof speaker that you just attach around your shower head, and it's Bluetooth. You can just listen to whatever you want, and it's right there in the shower.
We've got one of them.
You do? Oh, love those. Yes. I've never seen
We've
one before.
Got one of them. They are so good. They are really good because we've always got music on in the house. Wherever, always got music on. So we've all got different accounts of music as well because we've all got such different varied tastes.
Yeah.
So Luke's always got his in the garden. My son's always got his on upstairs, and it's great. And because it's always raining over here as well, it means we can go out with it because it's waterproof.
Yeah.
So as well as in the shower.
Yeah.
So it's really good. They are good.
What's the coolest gift you ever got?
Oh, you put me on the spot now.
I know.
Well, I know what I'm getting this year, and I'm really looking forward to it. So,
Okay, all right, tell me.
right, one of my past one would have been a tattoo,
Uh-huh.
which I love my tattoos.
Yeah.
You all know. Yeah, this year I'm getting a record player this year.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah, and I can't wait.
Those are
I'm
making a
getting a record
comeback.
player. Yeah, over here, all the we still call them record shops as well over
Oh,
here.
wow, okay.
So there's so many vinyls now,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll probably know as well. My favourite band in the world ever is Muse.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love them, and I'm getting Muse LPs and vinyls.
That's great.
So I cannot wait. I'm gonna have a little shelf built for my record player and my vinyls,
Oh, that's
and I'm
awesome.
gonna be very, very happy with that.
I love
So,
stuff like that. I love it when things come back like that. It's not, you know what? I'm not really as in like they can keep the 8-track, but the
Yeah, yeah.
vinyls are that's just really cool. It's just cool, you know?
it's nice to have.
Yeah.
I remember having a record player years and years and years ago when I was small,
Mm-hmm.
and then sort of like they disappeared and they went out. You got CDs and you got Walkmans and
Mhm.
Discmans, all these different things.
Yeah.
And then it went to I've literally only just got a little bit up to date now with Bluetooth.
Oh, nice.
And things like that. But it's like, no, vinyl, give me a vinyl. I'm
Yeah.
quite happy with that.
It's just
What's your favourite one you ever got?
My favorite gift that I ever got. You know, I'm really specific with my gifts. People are like my mom this year, she was like, "What do you want for Christmas?" And I was like, "I want a Nintendo Switch." She's probably thinking, "You're really old and you want to." But you know what I realized? I realized that in this time right now, like games are making a huge comeback.
Most definitely.
Because you're at home with your family, you know, we go on these random rotational lockdowns where you can't leave, and I know the Nintendos and the Xbox, the PlayStation, the computer, like those are all really big, but board games are really coming back.
Yes, yeah.
So
I love board games.
yeah,
But then again, I like Nintendo Switch. My other son's got a Nintendo Switch.
oh really?
So
See,
yeah, and loves it.
I got one for my son last year, and he takes it on the plane with him when we travel. And I just found out my favorite game is Mario Kart. So that would be
Okay.
that's one of my favorite games. But I found out that I can play Mario Kart with anyone, anywhere in the world on the
Yes.
Nintendo Switch. So I was like shocked that it could be competitive. So now, Miss Claire, do you have Mario Kart?
I don't have a Nintendo Switch, unfortunately, but but I can always borrow it.
I know. You said it's your son's.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you have to. I'm surprised you haven't been on it and played on it.
No, I haven't. Well, I
He's kept it
struggled to
captive.
get it off him. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But the one at the moment is Among Us as well.
okay.
So the game Among Us,
Okay.
which is it's an imposter game,
Mm.
and I'm addicted to it. It's a great game. So you're going to have to find out about that one.
Okay, let me
That's
write this
really
down.
good.
What's it called again?
Among Us.
It's so much fun. And then we just open up different windows. We could, you know, you just have to tell me your name, like whatever you make
Yeah.
your account as, and then we can competitively play across continents. Like that is mind blowing.
Yes.
Isn't that
Yeah, seeing as
amazing?
I still haven't managed to get over there. Yes, definitely. That would be really good.
Wow.
Do you play any other games like that?
So what's big over here is VR. So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, so like my son has a whole VR system set up. He's got a PC, he's got a gaming chair, he's got lights all around any corner that there is in his room, whether it's a ceiling or like where the right wall meets the left wall. There are
Okay.
like beaded lights all the way around his his computer, his what do you call it? His keyboard lights up. It's
Yeah.
really cool. Even his chair lights up. So not that he needs all that, but when he's VRing, it's goggles. It's these goggle things, and
See, I'd love to have a go on those. Yeah.
we actually have whole like stores over here. Basically, it's like as big as like a a Tesco, you know, and
Yeah.
they have all these little different areas where, you know, everybody can go put on their VR glasses. And I did it once with my son, and I ran into the wall. He was like, stand back. And it was like, it's a fighting game. And I'm like, I'm just little. So I'm like, when I fight, I fight with all my might. So I remember trying to beat up zombies, and I ran into the wall.
It
Yeah.
sounds so good. I would love to do
Oh,
that,
it's
because all those sorts of games I really like, and also Five Nights at Freddy's is
ah,
really big as well,
that's
and
a
I
VR,
love
isn't it?
that. You can, I'm sure you can get that on virtual reality.
I
Yeah,
think I played that on virtual reality. I
really.
think.
See, anything frightening,
Yeah.
I would love
Yeah.
like that. And Minecraft is massive again over here
It
now.
is, yeah.
It never really went, I don't think, but it's come back. And I tell you what we got. Well, you'll have it over there as well. It's something called, because the kids are always watching it. It's something called the Dream SMP,
Hmm.
and it's amazing. I mean, I'm addicted to it. I will sit there and watch it rather than normal TV. So I will rather watch that because it's teaching kids so much. It
Yeah.
really, it's so good. But not only that, this thing is scripted.
Mm.
It's scripted, but it's written by these lads,
Mm-hmm.
and it addresses things like mental health. It addresses things like gaslighting.
Wow.
It addresses things like constitutions.
Oh my gosh.
They've got their own worlds in there. They've got their own governments.
Wow.
Everything. It is so good.
Wow.
And it's teaching. I mean, my kids come out and said, "Well, you can't do this. This means this. This means this." And I said, "Well, where'd you learn that?" They said, "Well, it happens in Minecraft on this."
Yeah.
So it's like they're teaching so much, and I was so impressed with it. I really was, and I'm very much an advocate now for
Nice.
things like this.
Yeah.
Because I think
Because
this
it's
is the
actually
way
positive.
yes, a way
Yeah.
forward for them, definitely. And if it makes them be able, if they can talk, it gives
Mhm.
them an opening to be able to talk,
Yeah.
then I think that is really, really important, especially
Mhm.
now since schools are struggling and
Yeah.
we're going into lockdown and everything again.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So these games are going to be, like you were saying, I think they're going to be blow up because there's going to be a need for it with everything that's going on. And
Yeah, it's funny. It's almost done like it's a full circle, because
Mhm.
before it was they didn't. There was always this big thing over here. I don't know whether it was the same over there, but over here it was always, well, this is bad for you. You shouldn't be sitting down there doing this.
Yeah.
You need to get out there, get fresh air.
Yep.
It's like, well, you do need to go out and get fresh air. That's right.
Mhm.
But for those that can't cope with that and maybe find this a little bit safer to
Yeah.
do, and it's almost done a big full circle, and they're going, actually, yeah, you're right. It's we can utilize this for good, really.
Yeah.
So, and it's almost like people are having to eat their words.
Right.
So, and I'm sitting there going, see, you were wrong, and we were right.
Yeah. One of the best things I loved about England is when I first moved there, I was told that nothing can kill me over there. I was like, that's amazing. I said, no snakes? No. So you have no deadly snakes, no deadly spiders, no deadly animals, no bears, no bobcats. Like, I was just shocked. Shocked.
Yeah, because I don't think. I mean, obviously, in America, you've got that, haven't you, over
Oh, everything can kill you over here, even an ant.
there? Yeah.
I don't know how often you fix things, but you know, for single moms or for parents that have a lot of kids that break things a lot, because that happens.
Yeah.
There's this little tiny pen. It's called Bondic, and on one side it releases a glue from a teeny tiny little pen, like pencil head almost, and then on the other side it's a black light. It sets it instantly.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, and it's so it's already ready. You don't have to wait for anything to dry, and it's like bonded really, really tight. Almost like, you know how if you go get acrylic nails done and then you put your hand into the light
Yes. Yep.
and it bonds that acrylic to you. I think that's kind of the same.
Okay, that sounds really good, actually.
Yeah.
That's the sort of thing I would buy.
Yeah. And then you don't have to have like, I don't know, all
Always
this stuff.
fixing lots of things.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Since you have a son, how is he? Is he into the drone thing yet?
Been and gone with that one now. that
Hmm.
obsession's gone.
Oh, is it gone?
So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Was he ever into the GoPro? Do
Yes,
you remember when that was huge?
yes.
Yeah. Well, I know one thing that he will like, so you'll have to let him know I was thinking about him for this because I know your son's really artsy and he's really good at it. Um, there's a tech, like a little piece, a little gadget that goes into your phone, plugs into your like USB part of it, and it's
Yeah.
a pen. And if you touch a leaf, anything in your house, like if you just look around right now, the color of your wall, touch the pen to the wall, it takes that color and puts it onto your phone, and you can paint with any of the colors that you see outside or anywhere.
Okay.
Isn't that neat?
That sounds really good, actually. He's just discovered sort of like lots of different bits and pieces. So he's looking at different pigments and things like
Mm-hmm.
that for paints at the moment.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he's got something like, I think there's over 100 paintings now he's done. Of the large ones, and the smaller
Mm-hmm.
ones, he's got sort of like over 200 of them.
Yeah.
Um, so he's got
Speaking
lots and lots.
speaking of Christmas gifts, you should have him just paint for for everybody.
Well, do you know what he has done? So Christmas cards, he's actually printed off some of his work,
Oh.
and he's just done limited ones. He's written on the back of them the hex codes of the different colours, and he's put 1 of 10, 2 of 10, and things like that. And he's put
Wow.
them in people's doors. So,
Wow.
but they're really limited, so no one else can get them. It's purely because he's got the originals at home.
Mm-hmm.
So he's done quite a few like that. He's got work hanging up now in the art gallery in town.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he is in contact with quite a few different artists and things like that. So
Wow.
he's doing pretty well. Pretty
Good.
well with it.
Is he making some
So
money off of it a little bit here and there?
here and there.
Yeah.
Here and there. I mean, he's going to be 17 next year.
Mm-hmm.
So no, he's not. I'm lying. He's not going to be 18.
Yeah.
No, he's not going to be 17. He's 17 now.
So tell people why you think he's so good at it. Like tell us a little bit about him because this is a great little plug for him, maybe to make some money and maybe to get the word out a little bit. You'd be helping, if someone wanted to buy it, would they be able to? And tell me a little bit about
Yeah,
it.
pretty much all you have to do, you just go onto his. So he's got an Instagram account
Mm-hmm.
called Colson Industries, and it's on there, and he sells lots of pieces on there.
Mm-hmm.
It's very abstract. He uses all different media. He's very much into street art as well.
Mm-hmm.
So my garden is actually covered. The walls is covered in different murals and different things like that. They're
Yeah.
amazing. But he will use different medias and different pigments to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So you would get, say, like a mirror one. You can get like mirror paint.
Mm-hmm.
He would use that. This black paint that he's got is so black, it's unbelievable. It's just almost like you're falling into it.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a pigment he's got, which is called it's actually called I think it's the pinkiest pink.
Oh.
Is actually called that's what
Wow,
it's
yeah.
called. But it's the brightest pigment ever made in the world.
Oh, wow.
So he does loads of different stuff. Like he does it on wood. He can do sort of like a 10-foot one, 8-foot one.
Mm-hmm.
He's got smaller ones that he does. All different abstract type things, and he also puts hidden words within them as well now.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, so he's got hidden words within them. But obviously, his artwork has come through sort of like mental health and things like that.
Yeah.
So, and that's where he started it from.
Yeah. So
his artwork.
what was his diagnosis with the mental health stuff that he deals with?
So he is high functioning autism,
Mm-hmm.
obsessive compulsive
Mm-hmm.
disorder, agoraphobia as well, and very severe anxiety.
Yeah.
So
This helps him cope.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And that's, so he's got his big shed in the garden that he goes into and does all his artwork. And then once he's done that, we'll do his exercise to help him, and then carries on like that. But his artwork is the main thing.
I know. I loved his artwork.
yeah. We've still got your painting here,
Yay!
actually. So yes,
I think I was his first paying client, wasn't I?
you was, you
Yeah.
was. Do you know? And we've still got it's all wrapped up in bubble wrap already.
Yes. Okay.
So
Well,
yeah,
is it gonna fit in my luggage? No.
probably not, not unless you've got a very very big suitcase.
Right. Well. Yeah. I think
We
I
will
remember.
sort it somehow. Yeah, we will sort it somehow.
Yeah.
But he's doing really really well with it, and
Mm,
it's built his confidence
that's
like
amazing.
anything. Involved with lots of other artists
Yeah.
and also Glastonbury. You know, the Glastonbury Festival
Mhm.
over here.
Mhm.
He's been in contact with the art department
Nice.
for them. He's on the list waiting to get his artwork shown actually at Glastonbury Festival.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah,
What? How
yeah,
special is that? That's really cool.
he is.
So
The only thing is, where he's agoraphobic, it just means I've got to go out there.
yeah, that's true. That's
So
funny.
I'm like the agent.
You are.
Yeah,
Don't worry, Mom. One day it'll pay off.
it better do. I tell you.
So where can people find his work if they want to buy it?
It's on Instagram,
Okay.
and it's called Coulson Industries,
Okay.
and it is spelled with a C or
Okay.
K. I will just check it for you. I've got it written down here actually.
Okay.
So it's called at Coulson Industries.
Okay.
I'm just checking it. I'll read it out properly so I get it right. Otherwise, I will be told off.
Yeah.
Oh right, you're telling me the whole thing. Okay, so it's at Coulson Industries. Oh
Okay.
right, sorry, hang on, right. At Coulson_Industries.
There you go. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, on Instagram you'll find it. It's got mad paintings and different things on there. So
Yeah.
yeah, and by the way, he's got bright green and red hair at the moment.
As
Half and half.
you know what? I wouldn't expect anything less. He's so fun, and that says a lot about someone's personality when they like color like that. So,
Well, it's just in time for Christmas. He said he's a Christmas bauble.
there we go. That makes
So
sense.
yes.
Oh, that's really cute. Well, there we go. So if you guys are looking for some painting or some art and you'd like to help out, or just help bring attention to mental health and kind of support it, that's how you can do it. His paintings are awesome. Like I said, I bought one. So I was
Yeah.
actually looking at some more of the cool gadgets because I really wanted to maybe help people, with Christmas gifts this year, just
Yeah.
give them ideas. And so for women, I know women like a lot of makeup and things like that. It's always good to do a gift card, but I don't know how I feel about that. Like,
Yeah,
I
I'm right. Gift cards are good, but
yeah,
I think they're very much they're a bit of a get out clause, aren't they?
it
Really.
is. It's
So
like,
yeah,
and then they put it back on you. Like, we know that you're a picky shopper. We just didn't want to get you something you didn't like. And then,
I want something I can open.
right, I want to open something
Yeah.
too. And so then
Yeah.
they start wrapping the gift cards.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's a pair of earrings that's really cute right now for COVID. It would be a really funny gag gift. It's on ETSY. I don't know if you try to spell
Yeah.
that out or if you say all the letters, but that's how I'm saying it.
Etsy.
Yep, and it's a roll of toilet paper. For earrings for
Oh,
COVID.
I know which ones you mean.
Yeah. Ugh,
Yes.
so funny. Oh my gosh.
I know the ones you mean
So
because
funny.
when everything started off over here, it's
Mhm.
like people were saying, "No, we're going to get these because we need these
Yeah.
because there's a shortage."
Oh, so funny. Yeah, I don't know why everyone went and bought toilet paper. Like, I'd go and buy food or go buy seeds and
Yeah.
soil. I don't know.
Yeah.
Buy some
And I
locks
have
to keep out
no
the looters.
idea why. Yeah.
Oh my, but toilet paper, like, we can't, what are you gonna do? Like, what if someone comes in your house, you're gonna throw a roll of toilet paper at them? Like, I don't know.
I know.
You
I
know?
have no idea what the understanding was of that.
I know.
Why?
Like, honestly,
Why?
if the world is going mad, which clearly it has, because that's what they want to save, like, you realize that you could just, like, wash off if you need to. Zero toilet paper needed. Oh, I don't get it. But, yeah.
Yes. It's true though.
Toilet
Yeah.
paper.
Well. Yeah.
Like, out of everything you could take from the stores, toilet paper.
I know. You would have thought food would have been better.
Yeah.
Really.
Like, really. And I'm going one step further. Like, what if all the food's gone? So you better start planting now, like seeds and soil. Nope.
Exactly. Yeah.
Toilet
Now
paper.
you see, we now have in the garden. We've now got like an allotment bit, so we grow all our own veg, everything now.
Oh, I love that.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's great. It's really good. So it's like we're going to be self-sufficient. Nothing can get
Yeah.
us, so we'll be fine.
I have 2 orange trees in the back of my house. So they producing like massive amounts of oranges. So yeah. No, I won't.
That would be lovely.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Orange
They get
trees,
really
yeah.
big. Yeah, and they stay good for a long time too. So it's like you could live off of oranges.
Yeah. But unfortunately, our climate isn't really very
Yeah.
good for that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But you guys, what's the biggest crop over there that you guys are like known for?
Well, it's a lot of it is. So there's a lot of corn over here. They do a lot of rapeseed oil over here now as well.
Okay.
It's things like stuff people don't like: Brussels sprouts, cauliflower.
No wonder.
broccoli.
No wonder people are grumpy over there.
A lot of stuff like that people don't like. So,
Yeah. So funny. So are you into like futuristic looking things? I know you said you're into gadgets.
Well, I'm definitely into Teslas.
I know. That's so funny. Everyone drives a Tesla over here, by the way.
See, that's not fair.
I know.
That's just not fair. I know it's getting quite. There are quite a few round here now, but I haven't got one, so I'm not happy. So I want one.
It's really big over here, especially in LA, because of the emissions that the cars leave behind,
Yeah.
gas cars. So honestly, it's like, even if it's not a Tesla, it's a hybrid electric car. So there's electric cars everywhere. It's literally the future over here in Los Angeles. It's great.
That's really good to hear, though. That's really good. It is coming over here. It is. A lot of places over here are building sort of like charging stations, things like that now.
Yeah.
And converting things. So it's slow process over here, but it's getting there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But futuristic things. What have you got in mind?
Well, there's a bed over here that people are really starting to like. It's a magnetic floating cloud.
Right.
So
Okay.
it's literally, if you can picture this, it's literally a cloud that has no underneath. It's floating. The only thing under it, which is not attached, is a silver, like, oval circle that lays on the ground. And it's a magnet, and it pushes up what's in the cloud.
Oh.
Like, have you ever seen those little, they're kind of fun. You put them on your desk, and maybe you put like an orb or an earth globe in there, and
Oh, yes,
it's
yeah.
magnetic, and it kind of stays off of something.
Yeah.
So this is a bed like that.
Oh. No, I'm not sure.
I know, I'm not
about
sure
that.
either.
No, because what
Like,
if you
how's that
moved
gonna
one side?
right? How's that aesthetically gonna go in a house? Like,
Exactly, yeah.
Unless you have a
if you
cloud
moved
room.
one side, so does the bed tip over?
I am interested to find that out. I don't know, but my decor is not cloudy. But I bet that would be really cool for a kid's room.
Yeah, it does sound good, but I could see issues with it.
Yeah,
But but I would. It sounds more like a fairground ride.
it does. It looks weird, but it's a cloud. It's a floating cloud. I don't know.
Well, I'd give it a go though.
Yeah, I don't know if
yeah.
I'd buy it for myself, but I'd sit on it for a minute.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if you gave that to someone for Christmas? Like, they open it up and they'd be like, oh,
Yeah. What is it?
yeah. Oh, that's great. It's just what I always wanted.
Yeah. Did you keep the receipt for it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's one here. It's it puts your tea bag or your sugar into your tea or your coffee, but it's in the shape of an animal, and it has its back end in the water. So if you have coffee and it has brown water, it's smiling,
Nice.
and it looks like it. It looks like it just pooed in your drink.
Goodness sake. No, I really don't want that. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, the things people
Good
come
for
up
a
with.
joke, I think. Good for a joke, or maybe give it to someone that
Yeah.
you think, oh yeah, I don't really like you. But
Who created that? Like,
I'd like to meet the inventor of that.
I know. It's
Yeah.
just this smiling animal.
Yeah, just to see what was going through their heads. Was they just sitting there thinking one day, what can I make?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it looked like a little like hippopotamus, and its arms were on the side of the cup, like it was just bathing, looking outside, and then it had brown coffee in there, and I was like, oh, I know what it's doing. But it took me a second. I'm like, why is this a gag gift? And then it hit me. Oh, okay.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pass on that one, I think.
Oh my gosh, so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay, so you know what I'm really into recently, and I've just bought some of my friends this stuff because it's really cool. I don't care who you are. Like you and I were saying, we like gadgets, we like cool things. If all else fails and you don't know what to get somebody, whether it's a guy or a girl, secret hidden stuff is really cool. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like a book that's actually a safe, or a light socket that you can pull down and store money in. Have you seen any of these
Yes.
things?
Oh, I love stuff like that.
Oh, I do
I
too.
absolutely love stuff like that.
A Pepsi
I
can?
remember actually before you went back to America,
Mm-hmm.
you left me a couple of things here. Gave me
Mhm.
a couple of things
Yep.
that are like secret as well,
Yeah.
and we've still got them.
Yay.
So yeah, they're
Oh.
displayed up in the front room
Yeah.
along with the American flag. We've still got the American flag
Oh,
up there as well.
yay.
So yeah, it's on top of the Christmas tree.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh my gosh. I love you guys. Yeah, but it's cool. And, you know, it's sometimes, you know, you may not know when you're going to need that. It's often, you know, when it's too late that you're like, man, I wish I would have, you know, had a safe or,
Yes.
you know, hidden
yeah.
something, because, you know, burglaries happen. And I'm a big advocate of, you know, being safe first. What's the word I'm looking for, Claire?
Prevention.
Yes, prevention.
It's more common now as well, and all the new houses they're building, actually they're building more things like that to be incorporated
Oh, really?
within the houses. Yeah.
That's really neat.
For safety things. So I mean, I would love to have a panic room as well.
Yeah.
Not that I would ever need it, but just to say that I've got it.
And it's nice.
So
Yeah, and it's nice because you may not need it, but, you know, like you said, you could also turn it into a little like a video game room, but it's soundproof,
Exactly.
and then it has
Yep.
two functions, you know?
Exactly. Did see that's my thinking.
Mm-hmm.
There, that would be a place. Well, no, sorry, I'm just going over there now. I've got my own little cinema.
Yeah.
I can go and watch things
Yeah.
in. Do you know, it's like castles though, from centuries and centuries ago. When you
Mhm.
think about it, castles had so they had secret doorways and things like that, didn't they?
Mhm.
So it's
Yep.
it's almost going back to that again.
Yeah.
So
I used to be obsessed with. I even looked how to build it on your own. Like we have a Home Depot, you have a B&Q, but I went there and I was trying to figure out a way to make a secret hidden bookshelf door. You know what I mean? Like
okay, yeah.
it would be a whole wall, almost like a library, but
Yep.
it's a secret hidden door. Like
Yes, yeah.
that isn't that cool? Like I want to be able to pull a book. I even looked up this function, how you can pull the book and it releases a lever and the door opens.
Okay, we need to talk later.
I
about that.
know.
Yes, because I know a way we can do that.
Oh,
So,
perfect.
Yes.
That's amazing. I don't even care. Like wherever I live next is probably going to be like my permanent home. Because I'm not getting any younger, so I'm going to buy a house. and and I want to be able to do that. See, and that's another reason why I want to. It's fun to own because you can, kind of make your house what you want it.
I like, because I like homes that, I like them have character.
Yeah.
But I also like homes that are different, that are unique. So I'm very sort of like, I could be swayed by very old fashioned.
Yeah.
But then again, I quite like modern.
I know.
As well.
I want everything James Bond. That's like my.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you walk in, I want the music to automatically go.
Yes. I just want a swimming pool.
Yes.
To be quite honest.
You know what? You should have a regular floor and then be able to go over to one certain spot, like kick the corner, and your regular wood like recedes back, and then there's a swimming pool under it. See?
That's a really good idea, actually.
I know.
Or you could have an underground swimming pool.
Yeah.
Like a secret, well, not a secret bunker, really, but you could have an underground swimming pool that just lights up when you walk in there.
Yeah, and it should light up from underneath so that it's all blue on the ceiling.
Yes.
How cool would that be?
Right. Okay, so if we design our own house, and we can, and that sounds good.
It has those lights that like you just said, like when you walk in, it knows you're coming, so it turns on.
Yes, and you could actually incorporate. So if you're going up the driveway to the front of the house, you could incorporate your own. You could. Well, obviously you'll have to have the Teslas there as well.
That's right.
So yes, so we'd need at least 2 of them.
And we're gonna have to incorporate like the kit, like the car kit. Do you know who that is?
Ah, yeah. What? Yeah, from Knight Rider.
So now we need a Tesla that is kit, so that like when we walk in, the Tesla can pull right up to us.
Do you know what? That sounds good.
And so it'll say,
I think we could do that.
It'll say, "Hi, Claire," and it'll just start playing Muse.
Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect. And the house would be big enough that I would just have Muse come and play.
That's right. Yeah.
And that was it. The whole light show, the whole lot. God, that is my dream.
Your garden will secretively open up, and then this band's gonna come up out of the ground. It's gonna be Muse. Burr, burr, burr. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to dream about that tonight now.
Yes. You're going to have a large security guard at your front gate. You're have the best house in the world.
Do you know what? I just wouldn't go out again.
I know, you wouldn't need to.
Stay in there. I'll have my own ecosystem, everything in there.
Right.
It'll be fine. So.
Yeah, honestly. And who wants to go out in these times right now? COVID. Safer than sorry.
I know, yeah. Mind you, it would be nice to actually get out a bit more.
I know. But if you have a house like the one you're talking about, you won't.
It wouldn't matter.
You won't want to.
No, exactly.
Oh gosh, there's so many.
Oh well, I'll come and build my house then over there.
Perfect, because the weather over here is all day, every day sunny.
Yeah.
It hasn't rained here since.
I need that.
It hasn't rained here since February.
No, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you know, it was raining earlier here, so I'd like to be able to say the same. But I could say it's not been sunny since...
since February. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. That's sad. Okay, so for in England, we're going to get you guys little suns that go on your ceiling.
That's a really good idea. That you could carry around with you on a stick.
Well, there's a ball Bluetooth indoor lamp. It's literally a ball. And you can put it on the floor, or you can stick it on the ceiling, or put it onto a lamp, or prop it up on anything. But it's big, it's huge. Yeah, so it's called the Ball Bluetooth indoor lamp. It's $225 American dollars, but it definitely looks like a sun. I think.
Do you know what? I wonder whether it'd actually fit in my house though.
I know.
There's
smaller ones.
Have the whole sun in my house. Get the sun out of the way. I can't see.
The sun's in my eyes.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah. Oh, blinded by the light. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
Oh, some sunlight though. We definitely need more sunlight over in England. I know that. Yeah.
It gets you down a little bit. I remember when I was over there, for a couple of years, and I was just like, man, where is the, like, no wonder like Harry Potter came from there. Like the whole movie is gray. You know what I mean? It's
Yes.
perfect for like horror movies. Yeah. Game of Thrones,
Actually, yeah, yeah, that's very true.
just gray.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Well,
you know my obsession with Vikings as well, so I mean,
I know.
yeah, that's quite, yeah,
Perfect atmosphere for it over there.
yeah, yeah.
So that's my little gadget thing for today. I couldn't believe there was a magnetic floating cloud, but um, that was the craziest one. But yeah, the other ones are pretty cool. And have you been shopping yet? Did I ask you that earlier?
I've done bits and pieces.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, bits and pieces. Do you know, this year I've gone more on crafting more
Oh,
than
nice.
anything because I was just getting bored as anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing a lot of crafting, lots of bits and pieces like that. So
Yeah,
um, so we're a lot of my family are going to get bits and pieces like that as well.
yeah,
So and the kids have been crafting as well, which is good.
yeah.
So I don't mind, but obviously over here, I don't know what the situation is over there. Yeah, are you still in lockdown over there?
We are back in we have a mandatory stay-at-home order that just came about a couple days ago, and it's just like unless you're going to work, like it asks you not to go out and be with any other households, and yeah,
Right.
bars,
Okay.
restaurants, everything's closed.
Yeah, but because it looks like we're going back into that again over
Mm-hmm.
here.
Yeah.
So obviously, like I said, my sister's in another town. So she's in another county, and they are now in tier 3.
Mm.
So we can't go over there. It's a bit of a shame actually because my sister's not well at the moment
Oh, yeah.
as well. So we're struggling with that, trying
Yeah.
to. But thankfully, we've got Zoom,
Right.
which is good.
Yeah.
It's so that's not too bad. But my mum's around here most of the time,
That's
so you
good.
remember my mum. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And then when you stay within your household like that and like you're investing in these crafty things, it's something you can both do together and it fills your
yeah,
time because of everything that's going on. So that's a
it's
really
true. The
good
thing
idea.
is, though, there's only so much crafting you can
I
do.
know. I know. But you know what? Though I think if you gave your son like a Q-tip, a pencil, a cord, and a plastic cup, he could probably make like a rocket. So, like, you know,
Do you know what? He's actually done that. I'm not joking. No, you saw what our garden was like before.
Yeah.
So he's built a 12 by 8 shed, 12 foot by 8 foot shed.
Wow.
Which he has all his stuff in there. He
Hmm.
creates all these different things, but now he's building a greenhouse now.
Oh wow.
So he's doing that.
Yeah.
And he has built a pond, and the pond is incorporated. He's actually built a waterfall with it as well,
Wow.
so we have the sound of water going. So
Oh.
it's really quite nice. And now he's looking more into like nature stuff and everything with the
Yeah.
birds and things like that. And my other child is very much into music, so we've always got the music going. And now obviously you knew he liked music before, so
Uh-huh.
he's got electric guitar, acoustic guitar now, 6 ukuleles,
Wow.
getting more and more stuff, and it's absolutely amazing at
Yeah.
electric guitar.
So, something for you, when you're thinking about gifts like this, like, or just gifts in general for Christmas. So, how you just said, like, things and things and things, you're accumulating all of these things. A good gift for someone like you with kids and a sharing.
Holiday.
Yeah, like sharing a holiday. Yep, that would be a good one. That would be
Or a Tesla.
specific for you. Yeah. No, but I mean, like maybe it's like an organizational thing, and a lot of people don't think that
Yes.
those are gifts, but it really is. And when you can find out, and some of them are really cool too. Like when you help people organize their life, that's a great gift. There's this organizer that all you do is hangs up in there, and then when you pull it out, and it like opens up into 3 tiers, and then you just kind of accordion it back in, and it just nice and slides right
that
back
would
in.
be amazing. I need
Yeah.
something like that actually. I've got a cupboard downstairs in my
Mm-hmm.
house, which is there's lots of junk in there pretty much, But I have so much paperwork. I have
Yeah.
files and files upon files with all the work I do. That it's like I'm trying to find one bit for that one bit for that one.
I know.
So, and it's like, and then they're crossing over, and it's like, oh dear me.
So have you heard about this thing? It's an app that you can just get it on your phone, whether you have an Android or a smartphone. You take a picture of that paperwork, it digitalizes it. So even if it's a handwritten note, it digitalizes it, and you can store it into a digital folder.
No, I haven't heard of that. That sounds really good.
And then you just throw away the paper.
But you do realise you're talking to me, and I'm useless with technology.
I know, but it's so easy. It is so easy. But that would be another piece that would be good for you, because it automatically just throws it into this folder, that folder, and then you can go through it later. But it's a really good idea for someone like you that has a lot of, paperwork that you need to.
That sounds really good, actually, because we're just starting a new scheme up, actually, and it's the amount of paperwork with it is just phenomenal. So,
and everyone's trying to go green these days, anyway.
Yeah, and the problem is, I do like pen and paper. I am quite old-fashioned when it comes to things like that. You'll remember when I was sitting in the studio writing stuff down. You'll say, "No, just look at it on there." It's like, no, I've got pen and paper.
Yeah. I really want one of those. It's a desk that you can sit down in it, but it's on hydraulics, and it goes all the way up to kind of like chest level, so that you can stand instead of sit while you're working.
Okay.
Like you can get one of those little stair steppers. Those.
Oh yes.
So you can actually exercise while you're doing computer work.
That sounds really good.
Yeah.
That sounds perfect for me, actually, because I never get much time to go and do any exercise.
Yeah.
Because I'm always working. So I could be sitting down doing my emails and stepping about on there. So yeah.
Then you can hit your James Bond button on the left, and your desk will go.
Exactly. And then I could the band could come up out of the floor.
Welcome, Muse.
I'll have my secret room at the side.
Yeah.
And then I'll pop down into the underground swimming pool.
That's right, exactly. Oh, that is so funny. Oh my gosh. Well, Claire, it was so fun talking with you today. And
yes, and you. Yeah.
I love talking Christmas too. I love getting people's brains thinking about gifts, because, some people just don't know what's out there and don't know what to buy. And
no, that's right.
And I think getting something creative and cool and techie is kind of what 2020 is going to be about this year. So,
yes,
that's my Christmas edition.
Right. I just wonder what next year is going to bring. So
I know, that's going to be interesting. I think this is going to be a lot of creativity. I think people are creating a lot of things at home, and then next year, I think people are going to actually be able to come out with it and patent it. And I think we're going to see a lot of new tech and a lot of new gadgets. You have to be careful too, though, because if it's computer stuff, we have to do a lot of protection with our.
Yeah. I think the art world and creative world is going to explode next year. I think it is going to. We're going to have all these new people and all this new talent. I think the world won't know what's here. So
yeah. So what that means for everybody listening out there is go get your paintings from Claire's son before they sell out.
Because I need my underground swimming pool.
And I really want to go see her band Muse.
Oh yes. So, now you see, everyone is invited to come and see that. Once I have my massive house, you can all come and stay or camp in the grounds.
That's amazing. But you just have to keep your social distance and wear your masks.
That's right. Yes, that's right. You could all have your own pods.
Right. That's amazing. Glow in the dark pods.
Oh yeah, even better.
Like the boy in the bubble.
Yeah. Look, my mind's going off on a tangent again.
I know.
So yeah.
Now we know where your son gets his creativity. Well, anyway, it has been great, Claire. Thanks for talking to me and hanging out. I love having you co-host with me, just like we did over there at England. And I'm sure we'll do it again.
It's been good speaking to you again. You've introduced me to something else. So, yeah. and I will come off it and think, what on earth was that? And not be able to find it again on my laptop.
Well, I will send you the links to everything. You can find, this is going to be on Spotify. It'll be on Anchor. It'll be on my website.
I'll share it everywhere.
Well, I think you did great. Thank you so much. You always do. And it's always such an honor. I hope you guys have great holidays over there, Claire, you and the kiddos.
And you, yeah.
And I will talk to you soon, guys. Thank you so much for listening. That concludes this episode of Nick Talk.